Hello everyone, so in this video we are going to talk about CI, how to register your GIC account with CIBC. So first of all, you have to do CIBC GIC. You have to type this on Google. You'll get this link, which is ISBO CIBC. You have to open this link, and as soon as you open this link, you will get something like this. This is a loader, and then it will show me this form kind of a thing. You have to select student GIC program. Of course, $10,000 is the amount, you have to pay that, and you have to select your country over here, India. Now it will show me the according to current price, like CAD to INR, which is Canadian dollars to INR, what is the exchange rate. It will show me the price accordingly, and like it charges a little bit amount here and there as well, like some CIBC own pricing, like their own commission, they charge that. So it won't be exact what you see on Google, but definitely it will be somewhat near to that. So for now it is showing me around 63, but the current rate is around 60.5 or something like that. So even like you can pay in Canadian dollars, then again like the price will be similar, because it will charge a 150 program fee, or like you can call it admin fee as well. So it will charge somewhat like that. You can do it in any ways, but I will recommend go for INR, as this is what was recommended to me as well by my counselor and other agents and other friends as well. So once you are done, just do this select thing. As you select here, it will show all the amount, like all the details. Also, once I submit my application, my this current rate will be logged, and it will be logged till May 28. Like it gives me around 10 days. So currently it's 18th May, so it will be logged till May 28. Okay, and I have 20 minutes to fill the next form, which will look something like this. And I only have 20 minutes, so I have to be quick over here. Okay, so first of all, I have to select title. I am Mr. Then my whatever my legal name is, I have to select that. Then as legal name as it is in my passport, I have to fill that. Then my first name, like it is optional. If you have a first name in your home country, you can write that, but it is optional. I won't recommend you to fill extra details. It doesn't matter as well. Then I have to select school. So I am selected in Concordia University, so I'll do Concordia, and you have Concordia University. Then my program is engineering, I'll go for that. Student ID, it's optional, but it is recommended to do that, because again, like if you write a student ID, so it will be around 8 to 10 digits student ID. You write that because it will be related to your student ID after all, right? GIC. So of course do that. Then tentative arrival date, which is always written on your LOA, which is the letter of acceptance, so go for that. You can select it from here. Also, what you have to do is you keep the date 2 weeks before your original date, which will eventually help you in getting GIC faster. So I'm doing it somewhat like 18 August. Okay, then all these are selected by default. You don't have to change anything over here. Then you have to upload your admission letter. So for now I am uploading anything, but you have to upload your admission letter over here, which is LOA. Okay, and also keep on checking the details side by side, because you only have 20 minutes, you can't take more than that. Then your address. Okay, so select your address. I am doing mine. All of that you have done. Address, then street name, whatever it is, then the permanent state province. Okay, so let me do it. Delhi, and permanent city, which is Delhi again. Zip code something. Okay, and something like this. Then you have to set your ID, your email address, and your password. So your email address and your password, so your registered email address and your registered password, so you have to select that. This will be the email and password which you can further use for login and checking the status, as well as downloading all the forms, welcome letter, and everything else. So you have to keep this thing. This is very crucial, this is very vital for your whole CIBC account creation, so keep that thing in mind. Okay, so you have registered email address, confirm email address, password, and confirm password. Also password, you have to keep in mind that it should have at least one uppercase letter, one special character, one number, alphanumeric. So keep on keep a note of this. You can also use some random generators on Google. You can find random generation of password, and you can put that and save it somewhere in your in some safe place. Okay, Then I have to enter the passport details. Okay, so passport number, let me just do that for this as well. Let me just put the password. Okay, and passport number, so passport number whatever it is for you, just type that. Passport issue date, this complete information will be mentioned on your passport. Then passport expiry date. Okay, let me just something arbitrary. Country of citizenship, right? India. Then date of birth, something like I'll go for 1993, June 9th June 1993. Then over here you have to fill the referral details, so you can put my referral code over here. It will help me as well for making videos of this sort. So you have to select friends and family. Then in the details you have to write my name, which is JSNEETSINGHSAWHNEY. Then are you applying through referral? Yes. Then over here you have to write my email, jneetsang2020@gmail.com. Now mention this clearly, because when this gets accepted, you also get around $50 to $55 in your CIBC account. So this will help you as well as me. It would be a mutual benefit. Okay. Then your remitting bank. So let's say for me it was HDFC Bank, so I'll select HDFC. Then I'll find my bank, which is okay. It's a little slow. Then you can put the account number over here. Okay, whatever it is for you. Then the PAN number as well. Then you have to tick mark all these three options. Okay. So currently it is saying me please enter a valid PAN, but yeah. So you have to tick mark all the three options, and as soon as you're done, it will show your legal name, your name over here. Okay. So you can check that. It will show your legal name over here, and then just click on payment summary. Okay. And prior to that, once verify all of this on the right hand side, whatever this thing is showing, right? Just verify all the details. If you still have time. Okay. Okay, I have 14 minutes because like I'm used to doing this, right? So just do this thing, complete this thing, and click on payment summary. For me it will show me an error right now because I haven't filled complete details, complete correct details, because it requires a PAN number over here. But of course, like payment summary, once you do this, then your account will be created and you'll get a notification on your mail that your account is created. So step 2 of 3 is this. Step 3 of 3 is just tick marking a few checkpoints, like check boxes like this, and then submitting it. So don't hesitate in doing that. Let me just log into my account and show you how it will look once your GIC is approved. So once your account is created, it will take a day or two to create the account. And let me just sign in and show how it looked like. Just need some ready@gmail.com. My password. Okay. For me it shows me processed, but for you it will show you either initiated, or if you have done the payment, then it will show you in process. And once it is processed, it will show you processed. Okay. So, and for me, my GIC came in around like 2 days. My GIC certificate was approved in 2 days. But for you, it can take a little longer than that as well, but not more than 5 days or 6 days, not more than that. Okay. Once you are done, your account is created. Before paying the fee, view details, you click on this button, view details, and over here you won't get 4 options. Instead, you will get these 2 options. So you download the payment instruction letter and go to your bank. And when you go to your bank, they'll give you. Because you are doing it in INR, you are not doing it in CADs. If you are doing it in CADs, then you can directly do an RTGS to CIBC. And if you are doing into to CIBC Canada, but if you are doing it through INR, then what you have to do is they'll give you an RTGS form, and you have to take that RTGS form and fill it, and fill the details which are given on your instruction letter. So instruction letter, you are downloading it from here, right? From payment instruction, right? Let me just show you as well how the instruction letter looks like. So this is a mail you normally get from CIBC once you are once your account is open, so you get a mail like you have successfully enrolled in the student GIC program, and you have to go to your bank and complete the wire transfer and all of that. And of course, like in the wire transfer details in the RTGS form, you have to clearly mention ISBO 20. For me it was 2020, it is written 2019, but for me it was ISBO 2020. And this reference code, this GIC reference code, you have to mention that very clearly. So where do you mention that? You mention that in either in the comments section, in the details section, in anywhere you get a place, just mention this. This is very very important. This is really imperative for GIC, for quick GIC. Your GIC will anyhow be processed, but for quick process you have to mention this thing, okay? Otherwise it will take too long, like it sometimes take 2 weeks, 3 weeks. For me it took only 2 days, right? So and once you are done, you will okay, not done, once so you get this form as well. Once you download the instruction sheet from here, payment instruction, you get this form which clearly says that you have to write ISBA 2020 and your GIC number, your GIC reference code in the field 70 of the payment details. But here in India we don't have field 70, or wherever you are, you just have to do an RTGS. How you have to do an RTGS? There is a set format. You have a form, and all the details of beneficiary are mentioned over here. So beneficiary details are mentioned over here, but and I have to mention that this is Standard Chartered Bank of Mumbai. So you will first transfer your funds to Mumbai, then they'll further transfer internally. They'll transfer their funds from Mumbai to Toronto branch. Okay, so it's not your concern whether how they'll do. They'll definitely do it. And once you are done with the payment, you'll get a notification from CIBC that you are done with the payment. And after some days, when the payment gets processed, you'll get a letter like this. Once the payment is processed, you'll get these two options as well, which shows, one shows welcome letter and other shows investment advice letter. So this is the advice letter, this is the GIC certificate you get, and this is welcome letter, which you'll take further when you go to Canada. You'll take this letter to your bank, and then they'll give you the amount and they'll open the GIC account over there. Okay, so this is for later purpose, but you have to have this thing as a PDF for now. Okay, so keep that thing in mind. And that's all, guys. That's how you get your GIC certificate. I hope you get your GIC certificate really soon. Thanks for watching this video. Bye bye.